It's Throwback Thursday. Let's go. Geeks, what's poppin'? Throwback Thursday. We are here with the Marvel Legends compatible Marvel Universe Captain America and Skrull Giant Man set. Now, this is from Secret Invasion from a few years back in Marvel, if you're not familiar with it. This line has been discontinued, but this is a collector's favorite to add into the Marvel Legends because it's a big old figure. Let's check him out. Nice artwork on the back. The Skrull invasion has come and superpowered alien warriors fill the streets of New York, destroying all who oppose them. Fortunately, Earth's mightiest heroes have rallied and come to challenge the would-be conquerors in their gigantic final battle. Captain America leads the charge against the extraterrestrial horde, facing off against one of the invasion's leaders, the Skrull that had disguised itself as the hero, Giant Man. Go online to become a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Alright, so it comes with an insert with the backdrop. Looks like the Avenger symbol. We'll have to see when I move the comic book, but it's useless because they poked holes through it to hold the figure in. It also comes with a reprint copy of Secret Invasion number 6. Nope, nothing big. Alright, he comes with Bucky Cap, who I think is 3.75 inches maybe. Comes with 2 left feet. Alright, if you're going throwback and looking for this thing, I'll tell you right now, don't get too excited for the Bucky Cap. A lot going on here. First of all, the shield, way too big. Look at that, it's huge. It's like he's carrying an 18-wheeler tire. Then, on top of it, the clip is too big for his wrist, so you gotta clip it up by his bicep. These straps, when I took them out of the box, I was like, oh wow, they come with straps, but the straps are way too big. They probably are too big for his leg too, yeah. So, the shield is more of a problem than a plus. And mine did literally come with 2 left feet. As you can see, both feet are protruding that way. Got the big toe crest right there. Now, he does have an upper torso rocker joint, which I'm surprised about. Glad to see. He's got single jointed elbows, but double jointed knees. They're pinned. Very loose though. Now, his belt. Look at that gun holster. Way oversized, just like the shield. I mean, it is huge. The gun is the right size, but look at that. That makes no sense. Same thing with his knife. Now, the knife sheath looks pretty good, but this handle is huge. Look, it's coming up to the center of his back. The proportions are all off. Now, the metallic paint is really good. I like it a lot. Gives him that shine. But he definitely is not going to have space on my shelf. Probably give him to my son. Legs are a little bit skinny. Even for when this was released, I think it'd be pretty bad. If you look here, the black paint at the bottom of his shoulders doesn't match his biceps and forearms. It's kind of like a gunmetal gray, not quite black. Here, the shading, they have glossy black paint. They would have been better off using that paint over his whole body, so it would match there. So yeah, he's pretty bad. Now, winner, chicken dinner. I've had a couple opportunities to pick this guy up, usually pre-owned. I've had more than a couple opportunities to pick this guy up, usually pre-owned. But I didn't want to pay the asking price that everyone was asking for him. I was lucky to find this at Toylanta, new in box, unopened, for the price that you usually get him out of box. So I was glad there. And you can tell he's unused because his joints are crisp, his paint is fresh, and the plastic ties that were holding him in, the plastic wrapped around the wire was actually crumbling from how old it was. So I'm glad I was able to get him. He looks really good. I never built my Giant Man bath. I'm assuming that that's the base for this body, but I could be wrong. I'll double check. But he's really good looking. That head sculpt is gorgeous. If you had told me this was made in the past 4 or 5 years, I'd believe you. He's not playing around. Chromed out paint on the arm around his neck looks really good. It's kind of bowling ball paint, grayish blue. Same around the belt, the gloves, and the kicks. Too bad those ankle joint pegs are not painted. He's got what looks to be a generous ab rocker there, so I think we're gonna get some use out of that. Overall, paint job looks really good. A lot of deco, fading, looks really good. Nice, the head, we get that get a full 360. We get a tilt left and a tilt right. Decent range looking down. He doesn't look up much because the helmet hits the back of that collar. So it's more like he's looking really straight ahead. Shoulder joints. Yeah, they get about shoulder high. He gets a full 360 at the bicep, nothing in forearm. 360 at the wrist, nice and stiff after all these years. Love it. Ab crunch, one big click. What about backwards? Oh, wait, no, that's straight up. Goes backwards a little bit, but pops back up. So you get basically straight up and forward. 360 at the waist, very loose, no intermittent clicks, no stoppage. You get that thigh joint that spins around, and you also got a thigh cut. But, oh, there you go, yeah. You also get a thigh cut, so you get double 360 there, and no boot cut, 360 at the foot. Tone range isn't bad. Split range is good. It was tough. It scared me at first. I was going to snap. This other one needs to be loosened up with some hot water, so we're going to ignore that. That hip ball joint doesn't go back and forward. You probably spin it around and bring it up for some van damage, but I don't think it's worth all the work. There's your range at the knee. No ankle rockers. I guess all the hip articulation makes up for that if you're trying to pose them. Maybe. Perhaps. Here's where the shame comes in. Like a decade later, this is what we've come to. That's Giant Man. That's a Giant Man figure. That's what we got as a BAF. And back in the Marvel Universe days, for $8, we were getting stuff that big. He's about 11.5 inches tall, compared to Giant Man at just under 10. So Throwback Thursday, what should you do if you're in the market for this guy? I say grab him. Never hurts to have a giant figure in your collection, especially when the BAFs we get now are miniature in comparison. I think it's a worthy addition to the shelf, even all these years later. Even though the articulation is not what we get today, it still more than holds up. All right, so another Throwback Thursday in the books. If you're watching this early as a member, I thank you. I appreciate all 2.5 of you. If you're watching this a week later, I still thank you because it still helps the channel grow. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, share a link with a friend that loves the plastic like we do. If you're able and so inclined, please sign up for the 99-cent membership. Just what it sounds like, it's 99 cents a month. It really helps the channel out. The next membership tier will be coming out soon, where I'll be putting out bigger and crazy delicious videos on there. All right, make sure to jump in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about the plastic. Till next time, geek out.